Welcome to Alchemy Avenue, where we transform in real time, trust the vibe, and grow on purpose. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement, a reminder that you don't need fixing, just unlocking. Around here, we laugh, we build, we heal, and we elevate, all powered by that deep inner knowing that says, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. You were made for this version of you, so let's expand, let's enjoy it, and let's keep becoming who we already are. Tap in. This is Alchemy Avenue. Welcome back to an amazing and wonderful episode of Alchemy Avenue. Hope that you're being well. Hope you've been walking empowered. Hope you've been walking in your true, fully authentic self. Let's get to it. Today, before we dive in, I'm opening up a new thing. It's called AvenueTalks. One-on-one or small group conversations for anyone navigating a transition and wanting some grounding support. We'll look at where you are right now and see where, you want to move and how you want to move forward, within your field and how you want reality to shape up for you. And so I'll be offering that. I'll share more about this at the end. But if that already, you're like, okay, boom, yeah, I would love to connect. Alchemy Avenue 859 at Gmail. You can DM me on TikTok or Instagram at Alchemy Avenue, or you can use this number here. You can actually text or call. It's 336-464-7881. All right, let's get into this episode today. So today we're going to be talking about reality rendering, the brain, the field, and the feelings, how all of those collectively shape how we view and how we experience what we see here in reality. So this is going to be a real conversation, some bring some different things up, some different concepts. So you ever notice how things just click, like everything lines up, people call at the right time, traffic opens up, and you feel centered for no obvious reason. Everything just feels right. Everything you say, do, and really not even just that, just your feeling. You just feel like anything that you do is going to work regardless. You just have that feeling. It's centered. It's just you're there. And then other days or other situations, it's like you're walking through a fog. That's not really coincidence at all. That's awareness showing you how your inner state is syncing or not syncing with your field around you. I've been thinking about how our brain, our energy, our field, and our emotions all play a role in how life shows up for us. It's not random. It's not magic. It's really resonance. So today we're going to get into, we're going to slow it down, walk it back, and kind of just unpack what all this means. And I call it reality rendering, how your mind, energy, and feelings collaborate to shape the world we experience each and every day. So by the end, I hope that we'll be able to see how powerful our awareness really is, because it truly is amazing and powerful, not in a hype and hype me up kind of way, but in a real grounded way that helps us consciously co-create the kind of reality that we actually want to live in. So the field and the render, everything that exists, sound, matter, memory, energy, starts as a frequency. That's quantum physics. That's we already know. That's everything is a frequency. Your field is constantly translating those frequencies into form. Think of it like a projector. The movie is already encoded, but your internal light determines how clearly it shows up on the screen of your life. Your internal dialogue, your internal light. That is the determination on how clear. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you have a lot of self-doubt, you have a lot of worry, then it's not going to show up clear. And things are going to still show up, but they're not going to be what you want or what you say you want. Because it's one thing to say something with, your words, but it's also one thing to believe them and understand that you deserve whatever things that you are saying about your life and about yourself. When your thoughts are chaotic, the projector flickers. When your energy is steady, the picture clears up. So alignment isn't about perfection. It's really about clarity of the broadcast. The path and the choice. I like to picture life as like a river. this really helped me, just kind of how I got this metaphor. So the river itself is your path. So whatever path you came here, whatever assignment, whatever you call it, whatever you came here in this particular now, in this particular life to do, that's your whole river. That's your river there. So you're already flowing, already aware of where it's headed. You can paddle against it. So you can use your oars. Your oars are what you use. So you're already moving, but how you move through it is your choice. So that's with your oars. So you can use your oars to paddle against, the flow, or you can, paddle with the flow. Because if you paddle against it, you're going to wear yourself out, become tired, frustrated. That's when all that comes into play. But you can learn to move with it. Manifestation isn't forcing the river. It's feeling where it's already taking you and aligning your movements to that flow. And here's where people often get tripped up. They think the manifestation is just thinking about what they want or saying the right affirmations or the right, word combination, but thoughts alone are static. So they're just thinking about it. That's only part of the puzzle piece for manifestation and the way you want life to show up for you. It's like a radio without power until feeling gives you the voice, the voltage to be able to power your words, power how you move, the feeling, the unshakable confidence you have that whatever you're saying is for you, and there's no doubt in your mind that whatever you're saying is going to happen for you. No doubts at all. So that's why when you visualize something but feel fear or doubt underneath, the signal gets scrambled. Like, okay, boom, I'm going to create this business and it's going to be $100 million business. But then something in the back of your mind says, man, no, you can't do that. You ain't got you don't have nobody that has done that. You don't know anybody that does it. And you ain't never seen that. That can still play. But if you believe it and internalize it, that's where the static, that's where the disconnect can happen. That's why if you so happenly to manifest something but then something challenging or something like you get a new job and there's a lot of contention with your coworkers or your boss. You got the new job, but then there's still that static that didn't have to be there because you didn't believe it all the way. So the field reads emotions, not empty words. Like Abraham Hicks says, words don't teach. I love when they say that. So sometimes people don't get concisely manifest things that open up for them because it's in a natural resonance. That's why things are unfolding like that on your path. Things just don't open up. They just don't. Because again, you have to have a natural resonance of believing that you deserve whatever that thing is that you're saying, or whatever transition, whatever you're saying, you have to truly believe that you can have it. With no question at all. That's our alignment. That's our rhythm with the current. And that's why it never works to compare your timeline to somebody else's. We do that. We've been programmed to do that. We've been programmed to look at other people's lives and see how they're moving. And then even say to ourselves, oh, I've been doing this. I know they ain't been doing what I've been doing and they got this. There's no need because everybody's on their own path. Everybody's on their own path. So you don't even have to worry about, you don't have to worry about that. So you don't know the lessons, the permissions, the energetic clearance of their soul assignment and their soul path. You don't know what things they came here to transmute and what things they've been through that they've already transmuted. Just because you know part of the story, you may not know everything, and you won't know everything because it's not you. That is their particular transition. So our job is to trust our own river and learn how to roll with it. roll with power, and roll with confidence, no matter what things, I mean, seriously, no matter what things look like. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, because you can have a situation that, again, that has real ramifications in how you moving through your real life. Seriously, you could have that. The key is to still stay in a space where you know, okay, this is seriously happening. It has completely changed my trajectory for what I planned and then what I thought everything was going to be. I need this in place so I can better do this. I got, I have all these different responsibilities again, but you still stay strong, still stay grounded in who you are and how you move, and understand that the solution will always be there for you. Always. It's going to always show up. The brain as a receiver. Your brain isn't creating reality. It's receiving and organizing signals. Let me say that again. Your brain isn't creating reality. It's it's receiving and organizing the signals. It's like a tuning dial. So, you got your radio frequencies and everything, and scanning the frequencies your field is emitting. When you're mentally cluttered, overwhelmed, anxious, and replying to old stories, the brain picks up that static. So because you got all the radio stations, and if you're tuned to 88.1, that's what you're tuned to. That's how your brain organized. The field is the radio, the frequencies and everything. Once you tune to a certain space, that's what you get. And if it's, again, if you come in with all those different resistance, that's what you're going to show. But when you quiet down through breath, relaxation, stillness, you start hearing clear guidance. You surely do. I promise you do. That's not imagination. That's signal clarity. I promise you do. I'm not saying it because I heard somebody say it. I'm saying it because I literally experienced it, and I'm experiencing it at this very moment. A few episodes I was talking about, I had this situation going on with my eye. Still had a situation going on with my eye, but I keep getting different guidance and different downloads and different information and different, hey, move this way, do this, do that. So again, I'm not saying it just to say it. I'm saying it because you do get it, but you have to be in a state. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I do everything quote unquote right. But what I am saying is that I haven't held any resistance to the situation I'm in, and the type of clarity that has gained me throughout this, and the type of growth and expansion. I don't know any other way that it could have happened. Feelings and thoughts, the translators of reality. Your feelings and thoughts are part of the same broadcast system. They're not mistakes. People always say, oh, feelings are fleeting. Okay, you can say that, but they're not something you should not pay attention to, though. They're not at all. They're messages, they're information, they're data. That's what I like to call it. They let you know where you are in spectrum of the resonance. So instead of trying to override them with fake positivity, ask, what is this feeling showing up for me? Sadness might mean your body's asking for a rest. Again, frustration might mean you're out of rhythm with your truth. Joy is the system saying, yes, stay here. Emotion is energy in motion. When you suppress it, it stagnates. When you process it, it turns into momentum. And what I mean by that is that if you are mad, understand, okay, am I mad at a situation, or what is really making me mad in this particular case? So figure that out. And then once you figure that out, if it's yours to keep, process it, and then process how you need to move with it. If it's not yours, if it's, you may have just got mad out of nowhere for no reason, it most likely is not yours to hold on to. Let it, process. This is not mine. Boom. You got to let that go. Have to let that go. And remember, not every thought or emotion is yours. Sometimes you just feeling the collective feel, humanity's background noise. That's why it's powerful to pause and ask, is this mine or is this the collective? If it's a collective, again, like I just said, breathe, let it go. If it's yours, meet it with compassion. Meet it with compassion. Move it through your body. Breathe. And it's important to move it through your body. Very important, because your body stores those different things. Trauma, anger, anxiety. It stores them. That's why your back hurts in places, your shoulders, your legs, and certain things. Your body can store all that information. It really can. So breathe. And using the breath is a art. I'm telling you, it is a art. If you don't, again, find some breathing techniques, or even if you just, when you're feeling too much information coming in, too much anxiety, too much feelings, step aside, breathe to yourself, count. I'm telling you, it is an art, and it works phenomenal. Stillness, tears, laughter, whatever helps it flow. Do all those things. Do all those things to release. Clap. Make noises. Jump around. Dance. Again, I'm telling you, that stuff right there, even if you're feeling so sad, you don't want to do anything, so just get up, move your body. It'll help. It will help you just to release some of that pent up, stuff that we try to hide and we don't want nobody to see. And granted, it's not anybody's business with some of our emotions, with really any of our emotions. However, it is our business to process it and put it in its perspective place. It truly is. So when heart and mind are harmonizing, your field vibrates in coherence, and the world rearranges to meet that clarity. It truly does. It truly does. When your heart and mind begin to harmonize, the way that things open up for you, and the way that you have clarity. Once you do it one time, I'm telling you, once you do it one time, it is so surprising that you're like, wow. And you do, at least I felt like, wow, this can actually happen. Like, this feels so, it feels so familiar, but it's so new, because you wasn't programmed you was programmed out of thinking that this can happen. And then you don't think that this is even a thing for you. But I'm telling you, once you do it that first time, or once you notice it, because it happens, we don't notice it. We're so busy with everything else. Once you notice it, and now you start to do it purposefully, I'm telling you, the type of bounce, the type of movement you have, knowing that, okay, wow, okay, I'm unshakable. I'm truly unshakable. You'll say that to yourself, and then once you do that, you're like, wow. I'm telling you, just keep saying wow, because it's going to be so amazing that you like, I really have control over how things can show up. Not saying that things are going to show up immediately right now, but they may. Because again, I don't know your path. You have your own path. Everybody has their own path. So again, you may get this information, you may start practicing this, and then next thing you know, walls and different things come tumbling down, and you are so clear that you get instant manifestations, and that's going to be amazing and beautiful. I'm telling you. So reading the signals, when you begin honoring both logic and emotions, reality starts communicating differently. The universe mirrors back your coherence through synchronicities, timing, and symbols. Numbers repeat. People call when you think of them. The music you hear lines up with what you just felt. These are not coincidences, not at all. They're feedback loops showing you that your inner and outer fields are in conversation. So I like this, because you can, you'll see the angel numbers, you see all these different things, and then understanding that those are signs that, okay, you're in a good space. You're in the right space. You're moving the way you need to. Or you may be thinking of something and like your kid or your spouse or whoever you're with may say it. And you're like, wow, I was just thinking about that. Or you'll see it. You will see like you were thinking about some ice cream or something. And then you see a picture of your favorite ice cream. Like, wow. I'm telling you, once you start to see those different things and things just line up, like you needed to, you're running late and you need to get somewhere and it's always busy there. It's always busy. But then you get there and either the line is shorter than normal or they open up a new line and boom, you get instant access. I'm telling you, things like that happen. And it is so amazing. So amazing whenever you realize what's going on. Because again, it's not coincidence, but that's just part of you just understanding where you're at, how you moving, and what you truly want to do. I'm telling you, the practice. So 90 seconds of, a transition that we can practice. This is, something that I do. I do it, a little quicker just because depending on where I'm at. So what I do, I breathe for 30 seconds. I feel the air, remind myself that you're here, you're safe, and you're capable. This part is very important. You're capable of choosing. Again, if you want to choose to give somebody the business because they're playing with you, that's your choice. But you're capable of choosing, okay? And if you choose to just, not saying you're going to let somebody mishandle you, you're going to let somebody, play with you. But again, you're just choosing how I'm going to, show up for myself. You don't have to go all the way to the left. You can still stand up for yourself and it still be, not you, blowing up the house, you know what I'm saying? Not, figure, not literally, but figuratively, not causing so much, havoc. Acknowledge what's real. Say to yourself, this is what I'm feeling and it's okay. So you do all this within that short amount of time. I'm telling you, once you process like this, it just really helps. Shift the signal. Ask, what do I choose to broadcast next? But before broadcasting, check in. Is this emotion about to send out mine, or am I still carrying something collective? Said in that, is this emotion I'm about to send out mine, or am I still carrying something collective? I'm telling you, going through that process just really helps. So releasing that distinction prevents you from transmitting noise that doesn't belong to you. That's the secret to energetic hygiene. Clean signal, clear field. Within 90 seconds, you've gone from reaction to awareness, from chaos to choice. I'm telling you, and it feels so great. It feels so great. So the remember creator, that's us. That's all of us. This is what it really means to walk awake. You are not forcing life. You're tuning with it. Whether you call it God, your ancestors, or your guides, or simply one source, they've been speaking to us the whole time. You're the remembering. We need to remember how to listen. When you honor your thoughts as tools, all this is tools. Your feelings as translators and your awareness as the receiver, life stops feeling random. It doesn't feel random. I'm telling you, when your stuff starts happening, you just know, okay, that was supposed to happen. When stuff starts happening and you don't really understand why it's happening, you start to not even beg, you're not saying, oh, why me? Why me? Now you're trying to look for, okay, what's the message in this? How do I need to move? I'm telling you, it feels amazing. You begin to see creation is happening through you, not just around you. The universe isn't testing you. It's harmonizing with you. You are the signal. You are the station. You are the song being played through reality itself. And when you remember that, everything you experience becomes part of the symphony. I'm telling you, It just works in concert, and it is beautiful the way things show up for you. And again, don't worry about trying to explain it to everybody or anybody. Just be yourself. Be yourself. I'm telling you, that's the best way to be. All right. Appreciate y'all walking through that portion of the episode. So let's get into it. So Avenue Talks. So I'm opening up Avenue Talks, what I kind of, preface at the beginning. It's a space for real, grounded conversation where we slow down, tune in, and make practical moves. It'd be a one-on-one, or it can be a small group, about 45 minutes, donation-based, designed to meet anybody, any group, where you are, career shifts, spiritual openings, grief, creative pivots, identity resets, and support you in moving from awareness into embodiment. So what we'll do, we'll get clear on what's actually happening now, thoughts, feelings, patterns, and signals, discern what's ours versus, the collective noise, translate insight into simple, doable actions that strengthen your next move. Leave you with language, practices, and a rhythm you can carry moving forward. So not only seeing where you at, where you want to go, helping you empower yourself to be able to go forward in all those different things. So this is not therapy. I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that. This is not therapy at all. It's not performance. It's going to be a conversation to be able to just put the biggest batteries in your back to be able to allow you to be able to, be human, honest, and tune into your field the best way you can. So for now, we'll meet virtually. So we can do phone, we can do the Instagram, and I also, have a lot of different other ways, we can connect. It's going to be donation based. So access stays open while honoring, that energy exchange. So if this resonates, you can email me at alchemyavenue859@gmail.com. You can call or text 336-464-7881. DM on TikTok and Instagram at Alchemy Avenue. So, and just hit me up and just put, Avenue Talks, and then just a brief description of what you want, we'll set up a time. So, and we'll roll like that. So if you find time, go and let's get connected. So the door is open. If you feel the nudge, step in. Let's move. Let's get connected. And I just want to put some batteries in your back. So you'll be able to walk, and run, fly, however you're going to move in your most embodied way. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Stay grounded, stay powerful. Again, even if you get, knocked down or hit a little bit, take a second, breathe, get back up and keep moving. That's all you can do. So appreciate everything. Y'all take care. Ashe.